Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away to start. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bulldogs offense takes the field to start this game off. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Snags it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 20. They are threatening. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Oklahoma's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that quarterback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You know, often Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll go to the ground. Running with power. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, looking for a man. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man quickly. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The give on the counter. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. Trying play action. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. What a cut! Now he's loose. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll run play action. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going. Yeah,
let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Makes a man miss. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they read the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality?
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got him downfield. And he breaks into the open. The 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback on the keeper. Still on his feet at the 45. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Sooners are marching down the field. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different casts of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
He'll keep it himself. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal for this offense.
Brings up second and goal.
He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. Third and goal. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Oh, it's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Pocket starts to collapse. Setting up the screen. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in. in this Oklahoma offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Sooners want to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. San Diego State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg. Shoots it to the left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. He shanked it. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Now on the counter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll try the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Power football with the run. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. To the ground with the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the Sooners are rolling down the field. They'll try the right side. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Offense lining up quickly. From the gun, the running back has it. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now they're going to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Third and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's super pristine legacy there.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Turns it on in midfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going for 6. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Kennesaw State went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Owls team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Blair. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense, because at least they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they see it.
And the pass is intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And the short completion brings up second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. And he get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Georgia. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Brings up second down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense, quick tempo. Give to the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Now the play fake. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Motion from the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And the misconnection on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He fires to the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fuller. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. But a little time, lets it go. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. They went up top on 2nd and short. Surely they stick to the ground here on 3rd and inches. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Georgia sends out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Finds the tight end. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Using his feet to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got an open man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sooner! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 10 to Central Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Murray. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And back to the air on second down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 35, he's loose. Quarterback gets past the marker. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
It's so unique to find quarterbacks that have these types of moves in the open field. You oftentimes find guys that can run very quickly straight line, but how about the shiftiness of this quarterback and the ability to make people miss? That's impressive.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Gets it out fast. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will give him the lead. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The give. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Sends it downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. The play-action fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And offensively, that is not ideal. That is not what you want. But you know what? Now you got a little bit more space. It's harder the closer you get in tight to the end zone. So now you got a little bit more space. Maybe you can make those throws out on the outside, spread them out a little bit, and throw the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Higgins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes his connection. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man! And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Sooners are on the move.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And another 1st down.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Oh, the attempt is no good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Red pass, it's complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll pull it down at the 45 on his way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Movement here from the tight end. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute it on it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll put the tight end in motion. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. 1st and 10 for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling in by the offense. Dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space. And he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Central Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And a first down.
They'll throw it on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He looks that one in nicely. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Kept it and he's past the marker. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot, third down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this.
Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. They went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Getting set for the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, and you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Rasmussen. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. tries to reverse. And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! What a perfect play call to get the score.
And you're watching the backside on all your runs, making sure that backside, they're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught them in it. The defense didn't have an answer. The reverse works to perfection.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They are getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes a connection. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. No huddle offense to the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner is stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because they're deep.
The expressway is wide open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Army.
Hold and fire complete.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, running back on the move. And the Sooners pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. The Sooners in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Keeps the legs moving. At the 45 on his way. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And when I got a guy like that at QB, I'm going to give him the ball early and often. I'm going to let this dude do him because give him multiple options. He makes the right decisions, you can tell. But in the end, he's got speed, playmaker. I want to find ways to continue to get him the ball, let him make decisions, and make plays like this.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. The completion well past the sticks. Tackle is made after the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sooner!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Looking to throw on second down. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off play action on first down. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On second down, looking again to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Off play action. Quarterback extends the play. Hard running there. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The RPO, it's complete. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open. So I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He'll do it himself. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And that's That's why this offense loves these design quarterback runs. They're just trying to scheme a way to allow this guy to get into the second level of defense because they know if he gets there, he can make people miss, he can hit the Jets, and he's gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Safe completion on the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw it. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and he throws for the tight end. The sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. 6th play of the drive coming up. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Got him downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He'll take a shot. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Now 2nd down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UAB is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the frying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 17 to Army. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll throw it on first down. He finds his man. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. He's back to throw on second down. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. The run from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. He'll pull it on the read. Quarterback gets the first down. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. Clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get him in the closing seconds. And he takes this from inside the 5. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.